Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at statistics and we're going to be looking at normal distributions. The question that we're going to be looking at is from the February-March 2010 paper 3, and it's question 3. It reads as follows. The time in minutes that each learner spent in the library in one afternoon was recorded. It was observed that the times followed a normal distribution. The normal curve for these times are drawn as shown below. Now very quickly, what are normal distributions? Well, normal distributions are symmetrical bell-shaped curves centered around the mean. And what it basically tells us is that if I have to just draw it for you here, my mean will be in the middle and mean is represented by x bar. And here that will be the mean plus one standard deviation, and here that will be the mean minus one standard deviation. Now remember, what is standard deviation? Standard deviation is basically the spread of the data, or how far apart is the information spread. Here we got, and now this will be x bar, which is your mean, plus 2 standard deviations, and here down here will be x, the mean, minus 2 standard deviations. So here I'm just trying to keep with the curve that's already drawn, x bar minus 3 standard deviations, and here we got x bar, which is the mean, plus 3 standard deviations. So what it tells us is that this particular bell-shaped curve tells us that within one standard deviation of the data we have 68% of the information. Within 2 standard deviations of the data, there would be 96% of the data would lie within 2 standard deviations of the data. And within 3 standard deviations of our data, there would be 100% of the information. So that's basically how normal distributions work. So let's see if we can answer these questions. It says, what was the average time that the learners spent in the library? So the average time, basically, they want us to find the mean, which is x bar. And the way in which we're going to find that is we're going to take the average of 47 plus 31 divided by 2. So for 3.1, x bar, which is our mean, would be 31 plus 47 minutes, 31 plus 47, and divide that by 2, and that would give us 31 plus 47, and we'll divide that by 2, and that's equal to 39 minutes. So therefore the average time spent in the library is 39 minutes. Determine the values of m and n. So for 3.2, this value m is, as you can see, it's going to be x plus 2 standard deviations. X plus 2 standard deviations. And now that we have our mean, so therefore m is going to equals to 39 plus, let's quickly work out what is 1 standard deviation. So we can work out the distance. 31 minus 23 will be 8 minutes. So the standard deviation will be 8 minutes. So 39 plus 2 times 8. 39 plus 2 times 8. That's equal to 55 minutes. Or you can just say 47 plus 8. So we just add 8. 47 plus 8 minutes should give us the value m. 47 plus 8 equals to 55 minutes. Let's look at the value n. So we can calculate n as follows. N will simply be 23 minus 8, because remember that the distance between x minus 2 standard deviations and x minus 3 standard deviations will just be 8 minutes there. Okay, so we can find it by using our formula, x minus 3 times 8. So therefore it will be x, which is our mean, 39 minus 3 times 8 minutes. 39 minus 3 times 8, and you can see that that will be 15 minutes. Or we can simply say 23 minus 8. 23 minus 8, and will also give us 15 minutes. So there you go, learners. M is 55 minutes, N is 15 minutes. Let's look at the next question. Of all the learners who spent time in the library, 20 stayed longer than 47 minutes. How many learners were at the library that afternoon? So they tell us that 20 stayed longer than 47 minutes. Now, there's 47 minutes. Here, 20 stayed longer than that. So 20 stayed longer than 47 minutes. It means that 14 plus 2, which is going to be 16% of the learners, stayed longer than 47 minutes. So 16%. So we can work it out as follows. We can simply say 16%, which is 16 over 100, times n, the number of learners, equals to 20. Because 20 learners stayed longer than 47 minutes. Therefore, we will just solve for n. 16 over 100 is 0.16 times n equals to 20. Therefore, n equals to, just simply say 20 divided by 0.16 equals to 125 learners. So therefore, a total of 125 learners were at the library on that particular afternoon. In the last question, it says that the school management would like to employ a library assistant to work in the library in the afternoons. Before employing this person, the management observed the time spent by the learners in the library in the afternoons over a period of 1 month. They found the distribution of the time spent to be the same as the distribution shown above. For how long should the school employ the assistant every afternoon to keep the cost to a minimum? Justify your answer. So let's look at that. So if we have to look at this curve, we can see that the maximum time spent by a learner in the library is 63 minutes. Therefore, normally people are employed on an hourly basis. So therefore, our recommendation would be to employ the person for 1 hour in the afternoon. Okay, and our reason would be as the maximum time spent is 63 minutes. So therefore, the recommendation would be to hire a person for 1 hour in the afternoons. Learners, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe to JL Maths. Also, turn on the notifications so that you can check out the videos as they are released. Also, check out all the videos on jlmaths.com, and I'll catch you in the next video.